When you open a Revit, we reach this phase that you see it. We have two things that I will be explain them in detail. First, the project that you save in Revit. Okay, as you can see, the file is saved in RVT format. The format is RVT. When you save the Revit project and when you want to give it to your friend or your teams, you have to save it as a RVT. Another important part of the Revit is the families. The families contain a lot of things in Revit. It's actually the asset, the library assets for Revit. So far as with any different things, and for example, all kind of the structural things, piping, anything, sheets that you can, I'll explain them. You think that there are asset library, and the format of them are different from the other format. It's actually RTE format, okay? And here we have models and the family. The family, if you open the family, for example, first begin with the model. If you have a model that you said before, you can open it. If you want to create new project, you have to say new. First begin with the new. If you open a new, you see this new window. You have to select the template. In which unit, that in which country do you want to begin with? If you want to, for example, metric or imperial structural. For example, in a metric, it's like English country, and this is the US and the country like that. For example, we are a lot of metric here. So we have construction. These are different main part of the Revit, from the construction to architectural, the main thing that you say is you create your building, structural, or the systems that I will be explaining. But in this series, in the first season, we want to explain the architectural. So these are the template. The template is the units, sheets, views, everything that you want that you work in that template in Revit, you can create it. So we select a metric, and as you can see, we have a browse. If you select a browse, actually we go to the library of all templates. For example, if you want to work on a system, you have to, if you want to select a structural, focus on a structure. If you want to make piping, electrical, mechanical, you can simply use that. So we want to create a house, create a home, create a building. So this is in a uh, structural part. And as you can see, the template file is RTE. Okay, this is a template. Nice. And here, if you want to create a project, you need to select this. If you want to create a new template, I will explain. You have to select it and create a new project. I click OK, and as you can see, we are open the Revit. This is our scene viewer and the scene manager, the view that we work. Here is the properties, and let's begin to change the user interface of that. First, as you can see, we have a lots of menus here that I've explained it, and a lot of tabs. These are the main part of the Revit. For example, here is architectural. As you can see, we can create a wall, door, window, component, anything here, roofs, floor, ceiling, architectural. Structure. As you can see, we have beam, wall for structure system of our house. Steel construction. Precast, as you can see. And we're going to the massing and site. We can create a site topology landscape for our house, containing trees, nature, I think, actually. Annotations, you can analyze your house that you created, temperature analysis, wind analysis, and lots of structural analysis. And that's. And in this season, we want to explain the all of these tabs except a structure, steel, precast, system. Yeah, system is interesting. It's piping, electrical, plumbing, anything that you can create, lighting, electrical, mechanical equipment. Interesting. So it is this Revit, the Revit software is full package for BIM, building information modeling for your. So just explain our architectural, all the tabs here. Explain the insert tab, annotation tab, no analysis, no massing, and site no, because in a massing, actually, in a massing, you can create a completely new model for yourself and convert it to the house you're building. In the massing, I will show you. The graphic user interface of the software will be changed and it convert to the CAD modeling actually. Collaborate is for teamwork. I explain a view, not collaborate. There, manage, add-ins, and modify. This is the all modify tools that are important. That I will explain it. So this is user interface, and here is for navigation. I'll explain navigation here. And let's change some user interface. As you can see, you can change it here to make more room for seeing our properties. It means if you select anything in this scene, its properties appear here. You can click and drag this panel and change it. I click and drag it to this part because it's nice. I like it there, and make it a little bigger to see. As you can see, this you can change them also to see its actual all the text. You can see them. Nice, it's better. Okay, this is template. As you can see, you can change the template the way that you want, and you can save it. This is level 1. I will show you. I explain the navigation. Don't worry. Okay, this is our template. Okay, another important thing that we have to set in our template that we want to work it is the unit. You have to go to manage, and here is a project unit. As you can see, if you select it, we have in this template, we have a lot of units. In the discipline, you can see, okay, in all part of the Revit, for example, the length has to be in a millimeter. Also, or if you want to electrical energy, lots of things that you want. So the common, it means all part of the Revit, the unit has to be, for example, in meter or centimeter. You can change it. But all of these are nice. You can change them in your country. But because we want to building house, creating a building, we need not in a millimeter. We have to select it, and you have to learn in a Revit. If you click in somewhere, another window will be open. At the first time, the Revit is some more complex software, but if you learn it and practice, it's become easy for you. So I want to change a unit from the millimeter to meters. I will explain them more, but it's very simple. Decimal places selected to the two decimal places. It means, for example, if I want to assign a small wall in centimeter, you can assign, for example, 0.1101, it means this is 1 centimeter. And it's very important, unit symbol, it means show, for example, 1 meter, 2 meter, 1 watt. It means this symbol will be placed after this, and you can see it, it's better. You can suppress the trailing zeros. It means, for example, you create a 000 here and they are not important. You can suppressing trailing 0. You can use the digits grouping. As you can see, it's here. It means it's grouping in every 3 digits. but that's okay. And hit okay. And our unit set in meter. And this is one of the properties of template. This is all template. Okay. When you when you change the levers, settings here, settings there, settings somewhere, changing, and you want to begin with that, it means you change your template. So this is a template. the it's the base things, the base settings for your beginning to a starting block. Nice. But if you close it, you will be close your template, and if you set a new, you will be in a new. So you have to save your template. You have to go to the file, save as, and save your template. You have to save your template. It's automatically bring you in this library part and set it to my temp in a meter, my temp, and save it. And your template is saved. You can close it, and here we can open it again. Going to the models, new, and don't forget that you have to select metric architectural, and then go to your browser, and here is my template. You can set it. Nice. You can begin with that. But if you select a metric architectural, it's back to the default. This is another way for creating the template. This is, you can set it to the none and project template, hit OK, and change all of the settings to reach your template. That I'll be explaining more. But in the first step, you learn to how to change your graphic panels, properties here, another panel here, and units. So that's very easy. So in this case, let's go and open a recent project here. That is a default project that you can just click and it will be open. And this is first look at, you can see these are sheets. You can change the sheet settings, these title block settings. These are all about template. As you can see, we have different template here. So these are our levels. You can see them. All of these names are, you can change them. This browser setting is very interesting. And this is our setting. If you select this 3D home, you can go to the 3D view. As you can see, select the IBX. As you can see, this is our 3D view. Nice. Okay, I'll be explaining how to navigate in the next lesson. But as you can see in this project browser, we have the floor plans. Level 1, as you can see, if you double click on it, this is the level 1 of our house. If you click on it, level 2, it is level 2. As you can see, we have a different tab here that you can see. It's a sheet. If you close the sheet, you can bring the rendering from here, sheet from here, anything that you want. We have a lots of sheet here. You can open it if you want another sheet. Changing, you can change all of this. That's it. You can close it. And here our browser, you can set render view from, for example, from this rendering. These are render, okay? For example, render from this view. Nice. This project browser, it's actually setting your project, and you want to see that different level from, for example, this is a different level of our project. This is our different views. For example, this view, it's not render. For example, these are 3D views. It means changing the view. You can select the 3D views here or click on this part, default 3D view. We have elevations from building, sections. For example, this section, it means this is a section of our plane. I will learn all of this one by one. So don't worry about this big, huge project browser. You can create them one by yourself. It's very simple. And if you select anything here, as you can see their properties here. Nice. As you can see, that's how I explain wall, anything. Nice. So this is all about the starting a user interview. user interface of Revit. In the next lesson, let's go to how to navigate in this software. If you want to continue these tutorials on YouTube, please subscribe us and then activate all. In this way, you will be notified about all of our new videos in future. And don't forget to join our channel. In this way, you will be help us to buy or subscribe to softwares or more softwares to record more tutorials for you and others. And don't forget to like all of our videos. And thank you for your supports.